Let's get to the NFC North. Of course, save that for last, where the Packers finished 13-3, Vikings 10-6. Unless the Bears get dramatically improved quarterback play, and I don't see where that's coming from, or they get the luck that they had in terms of creating turnovers in 2018. They might be in the mix for a wild card with 7 playoff teams now in each conference. I wouldn't count them out of that. But in terms of making a leap to catch the Packers or even the Vikings this year, I can't see that from the Bears. I won't even acknowledge the Lions until Matt Patricia is not their coach anymore.
Yeah, I
think this comes down to the Packers and the Vikings, and it's going to be close. I think this will be decided by 1, maybe 2 games, but and I hate to do it, I'm going to go ahead and pick the Packers again to win the division. I brought it up to you yesterday, Collar. The notion to me of a pissed off Aaron Rodgers with something to prove to his own organization of all teams, when this is a guy who's been fueled his entire football life by proving people wrong, it scares me a little bit. It does. I can't lie. It scares me a little bit. A defiant, out to prove something Aaron Rodgers going into 2020 with Jordan Love breathing down his neck.
Yeah, but it's hard to see them going 13-3 again because of the things that needed to happen for them to go 13-3. This division has very much the feel of who gets the injuries, who gets the bad luck, who gets the good luck on fumbles or interceptions, because I could make a case for every one of these teams being 9-7. You mentioned the Lions. They might have the best roster right now, but they certainly don't have the best coach, and that's a huge deal. The Chicago Bears, even last year, as bad as Mitch Trubisky was, they still went, 8-8?
8-8.
And he was the 30th best quarterback in the NFL last year. And so if Nick Foles is the 18th best quarterback in the NFL and they continue to play good defense, you're probably winning another game or two there. The Vikings still have a ton of talent. It's not like, that they fell off the edge of the earth. The defense is going to have some struggles, maybe more than they did last year. But that's another team that you think, well, if things go wrong for them, they're 7-9. If things go right for them, they're 10-6 again. All these teams have to play the NFC South, which is going to be really difficult. This is one of those, the winner goes 9-7, the loser goes 7-9. But
who's the winner and who's the loser?
Honestly, it's hard to not pick the Vikings for this. But I guess because the Packers won it last year, you would still give it to them. I don't know. I mean, this is one I really don't know. It's a complete coin flip. I think that the Vikings should go into the season expecting to win the division, though, because none of these other teams terrify you. It's just the way they've played in Soldier Field the last couple of years with Cousins against the Bears defense, the way they played against the Packers last year and the Packers defense. If you can't win those games, you're not going to win the division then. But this is the hardest one for me. The hot take would be Detroit. But I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I can make a logical argument for it, but I just can't do it with their coach.
That's the hottest of takes.
I would 100% be making this opinion out there. I'd be putting it out there. I'd say, watch out for Detroit. They're going to win the division, and because they have all the things that point to a big jump from worst to first. Every year, some team does it. They go worst to first, and their quarterback was injured last year. They got an instant impact player. They got some free agents that they signed that were low-key good signings. They added a weapon in the backfield for running back. As much as we don't like drafting running backs, they are the one position where you say plug and play. So DeAndre Swift could be great right away. Their receivers are outstanding. It's just, TJ Hockenson, who they drafted last year, he could be one of those guys that takes a huge step forward. They have all those things that say, hey, watch out for this team. It's just that their coach is a buffoon. And I can't at all believe that guy is going to take his team to 11-5.
Keep in mind, too, the Vikings probably have the most difficult road schedule in the NFL this season. They not only have to go to Chicago and Green Bay, where they rarely win, they also go to at Indianapolis, at New Orleans, at Seattle, at Tampa Bay. Yep. Like, the Vikings honestly might be lucky to win 3 road games this year. If you go 4-4, that would be a win.
See how the schedule shakes out, and that's supposed to be put out first week. Do we have a date for the schedule yet? Have they given us?
Usually, kind of comes out of nowhere. Like usually, they just sort of hint at it somewhere.
I think I read today, first week in May is when we should expect it, but no exact date attached to it. So we'll see when that comes out, and do the old win-loss, because I love doing that every year. Actually, didn't you just make up a schedule, Collar? And we did that already on the show.
The pre-draft. And I think I should today have Courtney pick the post-draft.
Pie chart.
So you're going to make her do it again today, and then when the schedule comes out,
I'm going to do it
yet again. All right. it was weird because you came up with a fake schedule, and I think I had him winning 10 games, and then Mackie came up with the fake schedule that we did on the afternoon show. Mackie and Judd with Rami weekdays 4 to 6, or anytime you want on that totally free Score North app. And I think I had him winning 8 games because the order of the games does matter.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Absolutely matters. Like 3 road games in a row, you can count on losing one of those. I don't care who they are. If you have 3 road games in a row, you can count on your team losing at least one of them. So the way that the schedule lines up definitely matters in terms of how many games your football team may win or lose.